This is a kneeling dumbbell shrug, guys. So basically this just takes the isolation to the max, okay? It's not going to allow you to use momentum with your legs. It's not going to allow you to go too heavy. So this is a good change up in the normal routine or normal standing dumbbell shrugs as far as doing them on your knees, getting a different isolation and a different feel, and really focusing on the contraction and using moderate weight rather than just going too heavy. This underhand grip barbell shrug is a great variation for the overhand grip. Okay, so with this exercise, slightly leaning forward actually optimizes and isolates the traps a lot better than standing just straight up, okay? Because it creates a little bit of clearance with the hips. Also, squeezing the bar extremely tight into the palms of my hands is going to really activate the forearms a lot more, which then also helps activate the traps a lot more on top. So remember to keep switching things up monthly, guys, and always have that variety factor in your training. Alright guys, this lying cable shrug is awesome for a variation for working the traps. So what you want to keep in mind is slightly leaning forward so you can get a full stretch on the trap muscles. Not too much, okay, just a very little bit. And also guys, you want to make sure you have full control of the weight. So as you bring that cable to the top, you want to hold the contraction for about 1 to 2 seconds. So just keep training smart, keep switching things up, and stay focused. So focusing on the stability is the main factor with the alternating shrug exercise. You can see what I'm trying to focus on here is just shrugging up one shoulder at a time to basically contract each side of the traps, and really focusing on the traps doing the elevation rather than the biceps pulling up hard. You can bend your arms just a little bit naturally when you do this movement. Just try not pulling up the dumbbells with your biceps to assist with the shrug or elevation. This is a kneeling dumbbell shrug, guys. So basically this just takes the isolation to the max, okay? It's not going to allow you to use momentum with your legs. It's not going to allow you to go too heavy. So this is a good change up in the normal routine or normal standing dumbbell shrugs as far as doing them on your knees, getting a different isolation and a different feel, and really focusing on the contraction and using moderate weight rather than just going too heavy. So with the single arm landmine shrug, guys, you got to keep in mind to keep the core extremely tight. It's going to cause your body to shift a little bit, okay? So you want to try to keep your hips stable and just really focus on the stretch and the contraction of each trap, alright? So this is going to be a little bit different than anything else. That landmine is going to give you a little bit of a guide. Okay, so try it out, guys. Let me know how it goes. So a couple things we want to focus on with the Smith machine shrugs is gripping the bar tight, but also keeping both wrists straight, because you are going to have to unlock the latch on that Smith machine. And then what we also want to focus on is shrugging up with the shoulders, holding the contraction on top to really work the traps, and then slowly stretching out at the bottom. Okay, so just make sure you're not using a weight that's too heavy, and you have full and controlled movements with every single rep. Alright guys, very unique exercise here. You can see I'm using a neutral grip right here with the weights, and using an easy bar, so the bar is actually not too wide, okay? And this is going to create a different feel for a shrugging exercise, right? It's going to shock the muscle. An advanced tip on this one is basically making sure as you shrug up, you're pushing the weights towards the center of your body, okay? It's going to enhance and maximize the contraction on the trap muscles, guys. So be unique, be creative, and always think of new things to do, guys. Alright, standing barbell shrugs. Pretty basic exercise, but this one again is all about the form and technique. So not going too heavy is step number one, okay? Also, I like leaning slightly forward, basically to help with my positioning and range of motion with this exercise. But you can see I'm focusing on contracting up on top and holding it, and I'm not using momentum or swinging the weight because it's too heavy. So using a controlled weight that you can really get the contraction with is a main factor with this exercise and how you really progress with strength and benefit from the muscle gain. So notice the position I am on this bench. My upper chest is actually off the top section. Feet are planted flat on the floor, so a good stable position here. And then I'm just shrugging up and back towards the ceiling, retracting my shoulder blades together. Basically not pulling on those dumbbells like a row, more of a shrug and a roll back, squeezing the traps. Okay, so very short range of motion here. Just really focus on coming up with control and not using any jerking or momentum, and then just coming down for a full complete stretch.